Hey, hello chat. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yo. How y'all doing? Yo, Loopback, how you doing? Botan, what's up? Good morning. Paula, how you doing? Kevin, Dan, Wookie, Arnesis, Beatsville, Eddie. What's up? Miguel and Riley, how y'all doing? All gas, no brakes. Motto of this market. Shoot, man. Look at the daily chart looks ridiculous. Look at this shit. What? It's like gap? What gap? You want me to do what to the gap? You're like, nah, I don't think so. I'm touching that thing. I'm not touching that gap. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's seeming like. So that's fun. Nice bounce off 50% retracement here, the 15-minute candle. I swear something's like a little glitchy because if you look at I draw this fib retracement on the 15-minute chart, right? And it shows up just under the overnight high, like a couple points. But on a 15-minute chart, I mean, it snaps to the high. It's like at overnight high. So I actually have overnight high as two different levels. Like overnight high is 3 points different. Here we go. I just had to zoom out. Oh wow, that's like a Project X kind of type of thing. All right, just had to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, I hadn't seen that before. What's up, Slee? How you doing? Bella, Philip, Legsit. Trading off the phone today. Wish me luck. Well, good luck then. Miguel, second payout of the month, and this one was a nice 5-figure one. LFG. Let's go, Miguel. Well done, man. You crush it, dude. You crush it. And I don't know if Botan wants me to say it, but he won a Tradeify growth account in a giveaway, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. He hit payout on that one. Infinite return on investment for Botan there. So that's why I always say whenever I give away an account, I'm like, dude, get this to a payout. How sick would that be? Well, Botan wasn't playing around. He did it. We got some good traders in this chat. Better than me for sure. So I like to surround myself with really good traders. I think that's what we're doing here. So congrats to those who are getting payouts. Dan is always getting payouts on the regular. A lot of good traders in here. All right, so Grizz is in Cancun, right? So we can talk some shit about him. Also, I think Evan's really gonna step up when he gets here as mod. Yo, what up, Jake? I do have my down periods also. Well, yes, that's natural, but you're great at getting those payouts, though. I like seeing your posts on Discord. Chicken, what up? Some of us are worse than you. Don't forget about us. We're across the trading spectrum of skill level, and that's fine. Oscar, can I call you Oscar? What's up, Oscar? Another giveaway winner, Oscar. Cancun, more like Cancun. All right, Jake. All right. It's like Tachyon never left. All right, let's have a great day. Nice opening volatility here. Really far away from VWAP, which is good, I suppose. I'm just going to start buying 50% retracements from now on. Honestly, I like it if you can, you know, next time I'm presented with a setup like this, just have a limit buy there, and if I could hold into open, you know, you can catch this opening volatility, probably start to scale out pretty quick, finger on the trigger. It's nice being in the prevailing trend into open, I think, a lot of times, but I'm not often in it because it's very volatile and whipsawy, and I don't want to get caught up in some trouble before the day, you know, even begins pretty much. So yeah, that was nice. That was really clean. 26,091. Kind of want to get like a frame of reference here. Like, I want to know, we're at 26,000 on NASDAQ. How low do we hit during COVID lows in March 2020? That's what I want to know. Because this number doesn't even make sense to my brain anymore. The low, oh my gosh, is this real life? What? This can't be real. 6,600? We can't be a freaking almost 20. What the? No way, man. Yeah, everything's fine. Just a healthy economy we got going here. 19,500 points almost from COVID lows in March 2020. That's when I started, you know, February is when I started trading. That's just nuts. And then look at the 50%. Halfway of this move so far is 16,400 about. That's just, it's hard to wrap your head around, I think. It's so crazy. Should have max contracts. My max sized March 2020 NQ contracts. Just held it. Should have. What up, Parshov? How you doing? No, Eddie, how you doing? Adrian, Mayan, what's up? What's going on? Oh, man. Yesterday's ultimate hold'em run was a success. Again, up 53% that day. ROI, nice. But I think I might get addicted. It's good to know your limits. It's good to know when to be like, all right, this could really lure me in. I'm very cognizant of that, to kind of cut myself off too. How many hours were you there playing? Yeah, this uptrend is nuts. There's some news. Be careful. I think news is mostly tomorrow, and then today I think is light news. Consumer confidence, top of the hour. And then we got the FOMC tomorrow. So we'll see what that brings us. ES, moving on down. We got 690 minute demand here. We got VWAP all right around here. Yesterday's close. So going into a zone of interest here. Yeah, this uptrend is it's a bit nuts. And like I was saying yesterday, it does to me it's like pricing imperfection or something, you know? So it's like anything, you think anything that's slightly less bullish than what the market's anticipating would cause it to pull back a bit. You only played 3 minutes, Mayan? I played 2 hands and left. Won both. Yeah, nice. A little hit and run. Adrian saying could be a perfect retest for a long. This is what PDH we're running into here on ES. A bit lower on NAS. We have the similar kind of levels of interest on NAS, a bit lower. So, you know, down around 26,000 even. You know, we have, well, 26,000 even. Yesterday's close, which is, you know, right where we closed at. We have 690 minute demand. We have PDH. I already said PDH. We have VWAP. So similar zones down here, a bit lower. Could be interesting for a buy. What up, Ken? Good morning to you. You want to know the crazy part? We haven't wicked once on ES's previous POC. Value low or high. Well, everyone knows that it's extended now, right? But that doesn't mean we can short without proper confluences, without the right setup. You know, anyone tried to short yesterday got run over. It was kind of, you know, yesterday kind of sucked because we spent so much time around the 900 level not doing anything. Like a really long time. Just like nothing. And then it was just grind, choppy grind higher. And then the afternoon really took off there around 2. How great would a 10 to 15% pullback be? Hell yeah. A boy can dream, can he? Bear flagging here on NASDAQ. And then ES coming into VWAP here. Does VWAP give us a little bit of a bounce? Bouncy. Bounce. Yeah. Bounce house. I don't know. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Oh, my heart rate monitor's not on. Let me connect it here. There we go. Signs of life. All right, ES and the VWAP here. See if we get a little bounce. Yeah, Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. How you doing? Sorry, I'm just looking over at my account on the features desk. I'm short just 3 micros over there on features desk. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little pop higher that'll stop me out, just because we are right here at VWAP on ES. Let's see. Let's see if this is a good spot here. I might take it on the other accounts too. All right, I'll try it here. Don't like that wick there on the ES. ES was starting to look like it was doing some work under VWAP there. But might be time for that little bounce that I mentioned. I'm gonna hop out there early. ES does look like it's bouncing here. So like the short move to my ellipse here, so I might try it again. Yeah, Eddie, kind of sick of this too, man. Definitely. I feel a little torn on this. NASDAQ is just not showing that weakness yet. What's up, Trading Academy? Yeah. What is this price action? All right, well. Like, look at this. I don't know what to make of it, really. I'm going to try it. I don't know, though. Excuse me. There we go. Take one off there just to get me back out of the red. Reduce some risk. Very nice drop here. I'm going to trail here. Oops. All right. Out on that one there. I was considering taking profit there at that that midpoint again where we've had support. And then we bounced a little sharply there as I was trying to trail with my my stop. So, you know, it worked out fine. But, you know, it's not like I extracted max profit out of that, but I did get out of the hole there and not too bummed about it. Trend drum roll for the Starbucks update. And the coffee today is... How long can I do this for? What's the delay like for Trent? 8 seconds? A good one! Alright, thank God. Money well spent. Jim is right. Russell seems to be leading the charge. Russell don't lead shit. Just kidding. You want to tussle with the Russell? Man, I haven't looked at the Russell in freaking forever. See the news about Amazon? That they're doing layoffs? Is that what the news is? Laying off like 30K people and replacing them with AI. Damn. It's cold, man. Honestly, I'm not an Amazon fan. I am a Whole Foods fan though, and Amazon just had to get their grubby little paws in Whole Foods, so. Yeah, Russell melting down a bit. We got a 4-hour demand on Russell to watch for at 2,500 about. And I think NASDAQ is going to shoot for VWAP, don't you guys think? Oh, I'm still in this trade on futures desk here. Took a loss on the first short I did on that account, and now I shorted 3 again at a 69.5. I think I forgot to put in my trade parameters for that one. I'll try to get a VWAP here if I can. Finally a down day. I mean, NASDAQ didn't get the memo, dude. NASDAQ's like, what? No, I don't go down. I just go up. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? You know, I think the best feature on Project X is, other than the risk management controls, is when you're in bracket orders, you can scale out and it just does the math for you know, like it changes your existing orders. That's what I want MotiveWave to do. Maybe there's a way to do it. I don't know if there is though. I just really want it, you know, if I want to scale out, I want my OCOs to just, you know, figure out what I'm doing and you know, make it easy for me. All right, out of the futures desk trade there, up $90 over there. That account's all about base hits. Usually shoot for around $250 a day on futures desk. Yeah, I find well that lately, at least, like I do best with accounts where it's just like a simple base hit and like a small amount. That helps me. You know, if it's like $250, I find that very doable. Like get the money, lock out. And also the other thing with the futures desk is They have a daily loss limit on this $1,000 static account of $400. So that requires me to, keep the size small. And the daily loss limit, I think, is very important for me. I am prone to trying to get back, get back in the green. And that's not really, a lot of times it leads to my detriment, and, blowing up accounts. So that's one thing. I do like that Project X does make that pretty easy to lock out, pretty easy to set your, hey man, help me out, help me from myself, save me from myself. Well, that felt newsy, but yeah, news is in top of the hour here. That candle did feel newsy, didn't it? Or was it just an explosion off of a little consolidation at the support level? Yes, right now, putting in a wick back under VWAP here. Let's see if that holds. Cohen, your trade's been pretty meh these last 2 weeks. I mean, the market's, look at the market. It's just been that. Been a little difficult. Like, I had a rough, not last week, the week before was mostly red for me. Last week was pretty good. I think it was all green. Yesterday was a red day for me on some stuff, green on others. Froggy picked up some relatively cheap shorts on MP. What's MP? Michael Batak. Are you shorting Top Step? Is MP? It's not platinum. Oof, that's a bad bet. And he's been looking at the books. Top Step, he knows they're raking in money hand over fist. Minerals? Oh. I don't know shit about that. Yeah, we've only just begun, really. 2026 is going to be massive. Work your way up the corporate ladder there. Give us the inside scoop. Back to funded is so expensive, bro. I don't like it. In general, I like the idea, obviously, because everybody, I've blown plenty of funded accounts where you're just like, can I just erase today? Just please go in there and just erase today. I've messed up. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to pay $500 for it, but jeez. Like, if it's $500, or go back to the 50K combine with 2 days, and that'll cost you $200. I don't know. Maybe $300 is worth it. The $300 differential there. I don't know. Doesn't my funded have the similar thing too? Certain things. Yeah, it's kind of brilliant because if you're fully tilted and just want to start over, they can grab you right by the wallet. Yeah, I mean, I think most of us have been there. Where you're just like pissed and just like, no. Okay. account does stay paused till the next trading day. Well, that's good at least, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would pay for it. I haven't been in that situation, but I think I'd rather go past a combine too. Yeah. MFFU is coming back to Kenya. That's good. Take profit trader. They charge $1,000 for the 100K. $1,000 reset. It's probably because it's 5 days in the eval, you know, whereas Top Step's 2 days, so they're putting more value on that. But $1,000, I'd rather buy a bunch of like tick accounts or something, I think. Sim funded on Blue Sky is like 1,600 to reset. Is Blue Sky the one that you like the best, Parshav? I gotta look into this more because you keep talking about it, and I just kind of ignore it just because no one talks about them. And I was like, whatever. And they have too many freaking plans. I don't like it when a firm has too many plans in their own proprietary lingo for shit. Like Blue Sky has Blue Live, which I think is just their sim funded, but it's just confused. You know, it's not actually. It's different. So it's like it's all confusing because I'm like, just stop it. Stop trying to be special. Just tell me exactly what you got going on, so I can compare you. Yeah, Riley, it's super silly that they changed the intraday. That makes, I mean, it's so transparently against the trader that I don't really get it. There's nothing you could really say to make it say that it's not against the trader, because it 1,000% is. Okay, well, yes, still under VWAP. That pop we had earlier. Do you think that was news that just came out a little early or something? Because I haven't really seen much of a move at the top of the hour. You're accustomed to this fucking. Yeah, that's as customers, that's what we want to be, is just accustomed to this. Okay, Parshav, I'm going to read about Blue Sky's directive funded thing. Excuse me. So, starting balance $3,500. If the balance falls below $1,000, the account is closed. So, you have $2,500 to draw down. Max position size, five minis, max position size. For every rolling 10 trading days, actually traded days, you may have 3 negative days. This means 4 days will fail the account. That to me is the biggest red flag. You should be able to have 4 red days, because who cares if your 6 green days keep you in the money? Like, why does it matter? That's so harsh. Because what is that going to happen on day 4? Your first trade is red. What are you going to do? Obviously, you have to keep trading. Next trade's red. What are you gonna? You have to keep trading. You know that you have to dig yourself out of that hole. And this account costs $749. Maybe there's a discount using code Gorilla or something. But the profit split is 50-50 on net profits for the first 30 trading days. That's their directive funded. So to me, that's pretty shitty. Mostly because that the negative day allowance, they call it. You have to have 7 profitable days in a 10-day rolling period. So I would say generally, I mean, yeah, that's not really too big of an issue, but I just don't like it. So the rest of the plans are better, Parshop. I gotta pull up on Prop from Gorilla, probably easier. Static evaluations. I love a good static account. So this static account, $1,000 drawdown, right? Profit goes 3,000 already, and there's consistency error on the eval, which that's okay. But already, you know, Futures Desk has better parameters there. And it's cheaper. Yeah, 1 to 3. It's because it's static. You know, Iggy. They're always they realize how much trailing drawdown can really bone you, so that's why they make static so much harder. That's why, honestly, nothing beats trading your own personal account with your own brokerage. I might start doing more of that. Because there's nothing sweeter than, you know, just, you know, get a big bag, take it out that day, put it to your bank. Like a big deal. No one's going to say boo about it. There's no consistency rule. You just do you. That's awesome. Nothing beats that. For what it's worth, Q's getting continually rejected from its weekly expected move at 630 and 87 cents, and then Q's following its lead. Okay, good looking out. Yeah, personal account all the way. I swear, like if you do props for a long time, then you all of a sudden you go trade a personal account, you're like, freedom. You have like this like kind of weight off your shoulders. You're like, I can do whatever I freaking want. I can just be a regular trader. You know, that's really what we're all, I think, aspiring to. Unless you're just like super good at leveraging like the 10, 20 accounts, and it's hard to beat that ROI. What's the biggest leverage possible with trading lives? I was using IG for a while. That's 19. I don't know about... I don't know. Like for futures index, I don't know what's the most leveraged of the futures indices, you know, like, I don't know. What's all these VWAP opens last 3 months? There's been a ton of them. I wouldn't call this one a VWAP open though. But yeah, there's been so many of them, it's been driving me nuts. Silver. I've heard stories about silver. Might be silver. Edge clears my broker, Parshov. You know, I started this live stream, I think, trading my personal account. It was fun. Obviously, it's, you know, you have a bad day on a personal account and you wish you were on anything other than a personal account. Sometimes. You know, the flip side of that coin is sometimes I would rather take a smaller loss on a personal account if it means like keeping a funded account in good health, because so much more work and required for that, you know, funded account. Use AMP features. Yeah, AMP is maybe the most popular futures broker that I see people using. Mine's through Iron Beam, so it's Edge Clear's introducing broker, and Iron Beam is the actual broker. So much easier to go on tilt on a personal account. I can tilt on any account real good. I can tilt so good on any account you give me, man. I'd say like personal account, it is like a little bit maybe easier to get greedy, you know? Like I've had that smaller account and I've like gone up to like a mini on there thinking like, man, I can make like $1,200 on this small account. That'd be sick. How are my ticks? Well, I haven't talked about them in a while. I lost 8 of them. I had 10, I lost 8. And I was like really pissed at myself for a while. Yeah, the remaining 2 are doing well. Close to a payout. So I've just been really bummed about it, to be honest with you. I haven't felt like talking about it. I got 2 of them left. I fucked up. Yeah. You're telling me, man. I just feel really bummed because I was doing really well and I just, like I was saying, I fucking just tilted. So let's see. Project X. So, by the way, they did adjust my P&L for that the Project X outage. They said my trades fell in like the window in which they were doing that. So, yeah, they did hook it up. I think including today, I should have 6 profit score 6. And so then I trade Wednesday. I think I then have to trade next 4 days. Yeah, dude, I don't know why, Eddie, they wouldn't. Like, were you able to screen cap your trades in Project X? That's why I was surprised that, you know, they didn't adjust yours. How'd the other 2 survive? Well, in Project X, I you know, you can set the lockout. So I locked out, and foolishly, I did not lock out on all 10. I just locked out on 2 of them. So, you know, you have to like do them one by one when you have like 10 accounts on Project X. You found the chart with executions and order history. That doesn't make any sense, dude. But yeah, in general, they've been copy traded. But there's that one day. Honestly, Eddie, it was that one day when I was waiting on them to adjust my P&L, and you said, you know, they say that you just wait to trade them. It's like, as long as you don't blow them, you can trade them. And guess what? I traded them and I fucking blew it. I felt so stupid, man, honestly. I felt so disappointed in myself. Because it's a lot of money, you know, and I just felt really dumb. So I've just been kind of frustrated. So I don't really spend much, you know, I trade them quick and, you know, try to make that money and then close out and don't think about it. But no, it's okay. We can talk about it. It's just, that's just how I've been feeling. So haven't really, it's hard to get on here and then talk about your mistake. That's why, like, sometimes I don't even want to live stream, you know, it's just, you know, it just sucks sometimes. But, you know, balance, I'm at $1,500 balance on the two remaining ticks. So that's pretty good. So I'll just continue grinding those out. You get 1 payout on 2. You pay back about 80% of the cost of the 10. What's the payout? The payout's $1,200 for 2. If it helps, I went through 1,000 Apex evals and I think around 160 PAs. That does help, actually. You know, I'm sorry, but yeah, no, I appreciate it. That does. I know. You know, you spend freaking 3 minutes on Twitter and everyone talking about their payouts, and guess what they're not talking about? How much money they spent on these freaking evals and shit. Some traders will spend like 15K to get a 20K payout or something, I bet. Maybe more. Maybe they're spending 30K to get a 20K payout. You know, you don't know unless they tell you. I mean, most people don't tell you, so. But you don't really know how much they're spending, so just know that. I try to tell myself that because it's hard not to feel like shit when you go on social media and you see big ass payouts from no-name people, like everyone just trying to get maybe a social media following, whatever. Everyone posting their payouts. You're just like, damn, man. But you don't know the full story, so we're all on our own journey anyways, so it's best to tune out the noise that's not benefiting you in any way. Your whole Twitter's football related. Oh, well, that's good, Parshon. I swear, you start following like my Prop from Gorilla Twitter account is just all prop from stuff, and it's just all I see is just people posting payouts and shit. You see, Apex paid out that dude a while back, and now I can't use Apex anymore. Paid him out like 1.4 million. Jade Cap or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Any firm like that will cut you off for sure. It's like going to a casino when you're a card counter or something, you know. They're like, okay, well, this casino's not for you. It's for people who suck at playing blackjack. But yeah, Apex does cut people off who make too much. You think they're just giving a live count? Last I heard, they were pretty slow on getting people moving to live. Like, they didn't really have any live traders, last I heard. Maybe like one or two. Yeah, they don't really have. I think they're running into some problems getting it set up. But yeah, they don't really do that. It wasn't like a core part of their business model. Go figure. To begin with. Did you make some nice money from them, Mayan? Nice, Mayan. I thought they only pay influencers. Mayan. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Looking for ES. This is so. Look at this friggin' barcode, man. This is nuts. I am looking for the move down. We didn't get to VWAP yet, and PDH on NAS here. Apex is code Dan. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Dan, not Gorilla. Yeah. Yeah, FOMC is tomorrow, which, you know, I think FOMC may be the excuse we get to move lower, but I mean, this market, who knows? I'm not placing bets on any downside move. Moving in slow-mo. Make the market interesting. I can't. Tom has a special deal for Al Brooks for price action course. I think you would like it since you are a follower of both. I don't really follow Al Brooks. I gotta be honest. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I have the whatever is necessary to really pay attention to some Al Brooks stuff. You know, everyone complains about how dry it is. I don't know if I got it in me. And I gotta be honest too. I think I read price action pretty good. Right now, the number one thing that I'm trying to improve is my discipline. That is my affirmation on my monitor. The Bob Ross sticky note. I am disciplined. That is my it's been my kryptonite lately. Am I trading tomorrow? Yeah. I'll definitely tune in and look for opportunity. Yeah, I usually find opportunity on FOMC day in the first hour and a half or so. Froggy, you won't be here tomorrow? You won't be here tomorrow. Grizz won't be here tomorrow. Uh-oh. And who knows when Evan shows up. That guy's a wild card. So, and Eddie's freaking pulling double shifts, working for the day job and being in chat. Chicken, you won't be here either? Well, at least you're not a mod, so I don't think all mayhem will break loose. Eddie is grinding. Yeah, he's trying to trade. He's trying to talk to stupid traders. He's trying to talk to chat here. Parshov says we are slowly getting rid of the bullies. Slowly. Yeah, I think Grizz is the leader of the bullies. No, wait, no, Evan is. Evan's definitely more of a bully than Grizz. Brian says, Frog, supporting the stream comes before everything. Yeah, where are your priorities, buddy? Family stuff? Pfft. Please. Froggy taking the points away. 10 points from Gryffindor. Okay. Mods are funny as hell. Hopefully we get some volatility, or hope we get some volatility before end of year. I agree, P1. I would like something more than just this all-time high grind. I hate it. It's not really my cup of tea. Brian doesn't have points to take. Nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose. Dan, you catch a bag? Brian, you now have something to lose. Tran missed your stop loss by 1 tick, then snatched a little bit of profit before it went back down and stopped me out. Lucky. Nice. Yeah, criteria to become a mod, you know, usually it's just when there's regular people who are a voice of reason, which I don't know why I picked Evan, but just like, you know, just sturdy people. But then you give them a little bit of power and they start power tripping and start removing points from people and adding points to themselves. I don't know, man. You give them a little bit of power and they just start going crazy. We need mods for the mod. Yeah, exactly. They need like a mod supervisor, a super mod. That's what we need. A Giga Chad super mod. Yeah, I'm already disqualified then. Plus, I would ban everyone. I'm like really slow with the ban hammer. If anything, I usually put people in timeout unless they're being really unpleasant. But I kind of think a timeout is more degrading than getting banned. Growth Answer Trendline course is now featuring right angles. Yeah, no kidding. Imagine Grizz being super mod. No, that'd be so dangerous. That'd just be irresponsible of me. Yeah, I guess Streamlabs is a super mod. What is happening? Like, I barely looked at the markets, and it's barely done anything. Could Parshav ascend to mod? Yeah, I don't think he wants to be mod. What's up, Yao? Good morning. Missed your earlier message. All right, is ES finally going to get the move down to VWAP, which after all this, it's not that interesting. You know, VWAP's up, 15 points from where it was earlier after all this crap. I liked it better when it was coinciding with, PDH, 690-minute demand, yesterday's close, all this stuff down here, all these horizontal lines. I like that better. With the VWAP at 30s, it's just not as... It's just pretty much these relative lows. Session lows. So gold, let's look at gold. I was just coughing, Chester. Okay. What do you guys like on gold? Do you like buys on here? Got a little bit of support down here. We have been in a pretty nice downtrend. It's just a great bounce spot, though. Yeah. I don't mind longs on gold, probably. Got a little double bottom, higher low there on gold. Longs until shorts at 4,000. So, okay, so under 4,000 you short. That makes some sense. Long, I guess you could target either supply or like this area. But yeah, I don't mind longs here. something around there, maybe. Maybe go all the way up. It's almost a 1 to 2. Says Skidber, what up? I'm doing well, thanks. It's nice and brisk outside. Power shop about 10 degrees Celsius. Nice fall weather we've been having. What do you guys think about this gold trade? I'm on a Z contract. Is that not what you guys are trading on gold? This is micro gold. If that has different numbers than straight up GC, I don't know. I don't ever trade that stuff. Hardly. If your BPM isn't over 150, you're doing something wrong. What's up, Stretch? I'd be so worried about my heart if that was the case. Huh. Are you on the MGC Z5? Can you look at the Dow? I don't know if I'm old enough. Pretty sure you have to be over the age of 50 to look at the Dow. Is this YMZ? So many freaking gaps on this thing. It can't be YMZ, is it? Oh, why is it not moving? You know what? That's a good question. I thought I didn't have gold data, but no, I'm on Funded Futures Network, which should be fine. What is going on with that? This happens before. No, I don't think it'll work on the continuous though. I don't think I can just do add MGC on Motive Wave. Why don't I have gold data? You can trade gold on Funded Futures, I'm sure, right? Why wouldn't you be able to? Yeah, you can trade it all. Yeah, you can trade gold in my Funded Futures, yeah. Doing that GC1 stuff, it doesn't work in Motive Wave. Like, you have to set it up. Usually. I mean, every time I try, it doesn't work. So let me show you something. I don't have a refresh local. I have a clear local data. I don't have a refresh local data. Nothing. That's weird. I've had the issue before and I just didn't think gold, like I didn't think I had data or something for it, but it doesn't really make sense. I'm stumped. Restart? I don't really want to. Yeah, I could ask them. All right, so we did get VWAP finally on. Hang on a second. Yeah, I don't know, Mohammed. I'll reach out to them and see what they say. So tick new lows into VWAP. ES, just looking terrible, but I mean, just like the ugliest candles I've ever seen. So let's just figure out where we are in this range. Right around midpoint. And a little bit of selling here. Let's see if we can get a drop through VWAP. That'd be more interesting than whatever it is we're doing now, which is highly uninteresting. Got some low volume nodes on ES. Okay. Well, here's VWAP again. Whoops. See if ES can get the break here. Okay, a little jab. Can we get follow through? What up, David? I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good. Up for, what is it, 480. 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 win. like to see us revisit 26K, honestly. Get through a PDH demand into 26K. That'd be a nice retest. Can we do it? You got stopped at the top from your sell. Now you're keeping the second to make some profit. Like you got stopped with one contract or something, and you still got some more position on. Let's see if we can get a flush. We all want a downside move here, right? Can we get it? Is that too much to ask for? Wicked market. This market is wild. Gotta go get my dunk in. Well, don't really like that. Just a wick right in front of PDH there. Let's get on down. Get on down. Get on down. There we go. Come on. Don't be shy. There we go. All right. See if VS can get the flush down from VWAP now. This little area has been supporting price for a while, though. Ever played LA Noire? What's that? Is that old video game? Or am I thinking of something else? Or is it La Noire? I was thinking you're saying LA Noire. Rockstar game? It's from like the mid-aughts or something. I remember hearing about it. I don't know if I ever played it though. Typical car mine. Yeah, LA Noire. I've heard of that. Okay. Heard of it, but never played it. Here's PDH. Can we get to 26K? Speeding up a little bit here. You know what game was fun was Driver 2. You ever play Driver 2 before GTA ever came out? Before GTA 3 came out? Driver 2 was like one of those ones where you can get out of your car and like go explore stuff, which was pretty revolutionary at the time. Remember, there's something like with Wrigley Field. There's something where you could go into some place there and do something. I don't really remember, but I remember being like, "Dang, this is so cool." Play Driver 1 on PS1, yeah. And then, I mean, Driver 2 really upped the stakes. I think that was where you could get out of your car on Driver 2. So no 26K yet. Not so fast. Ever played Total Overdose? No. It was like GTA Mexico. No, I never played that one. Damn, Parshav, why you gotta say that? He says, "Dan, the PS2 came out when I was 1 year old." Why you gotta be so savage like that? Man. PS2 was sick when it came out, man. It was something else. Fishing for timeouts. Correction, I wasn't born. Okay, yeah. I think Parshav needs to go on timeout now. Think about what he did to me. Little brother energy, yeah. All right. Can we just get a SmackDown here? Hashtag Unk Stories. Oh, man. Jake, you're probably older than me, dog. Right? Tell me you are. Any giveaway? No. Sorry. PS3 came out when I was 6, says Parshav. Dude, I just saw a photo on my my phone the other day of me and my buddies in front of a wall of PS3s that we bought. Let's see if I can find it. So a bunch of goofing off here. Some jabs lower, but view up's right there. So let's see if that gets him, causes more trouble. Marshall, you don't gotta keep saying crazy stuff like that, man. Let me find this photo, actually. It's pretty funny. Hey there. Here's a photo. That's what we skip school to go sit on the sidewalk and get some PS3s. Hell yeah. Barshav was 6, or whatever he said. 1. How old were you? Oh man. Damn, which Paramore album cover is that? Damn, you're friends with Zac Efron? No, I was Zac Efron. All right, nobody asked. Oh wait, did I ask Barshav? Okay, I asked once. The guy in the middle looks like Zac Efron. He doesn't really. If you know him in real life, he doesn't look like Zac Efron. No one's ever made that confusion. You didn't miss shit. You missed the friggin' NES, dude. NES was amazing. When do you move to wintertime in the US? Well, it just depends if you mean like technically. Technically, I think it's the winter solstice would be November like 21st or 22nd. No, December. December 21st or 22nd. But generally November gets like November feels like fall's over and it's just going to be really get pretty cold. You know, get to like freezing temperatures. But the winter solstice is why is it not on Google Calendar here? I don't know. I think it's in December 21st or something. Botan, catch you later, man. Have a good one. Have you ever used the Ray Dalio chatbot? No. Jacob, your first system was the Sega Genesis. I freaking love the Sega Genesis. That was my uncle gave us his old NES that was our first one, but then I got a Sega Genesis and it was freaking sick, dude. So fun. Ren and Stimpy. You ever play Ren and Stimpy on Sega? Why didn't you take his trendline trade? It's just too choppy. And like, you know, let's say if I took this trendline trade, probably right here is where I grab it, right around here. This candle here probably stops me out, to be honest with you. I think the long is okay. Yeah, you'd know why if you took Uncle Dan's trendline course. UncleDan'sTrendlineCourse.com. Uncle Dan's trendline course. Yeah, Halloween New York City is always the marker for me. People in sexy outfits, freezing, waiting for an Uber, breath visible. Yeah. The pains of being sexy. I know all about it. What about this? What about Road Rash, Jake? Have you ever played Road Rash on Sega? Road Rash was a riot. It's a motorcycle racing game, but you can pick up weapons. So you can literally beat your opponents with like a baseball bat. It was wild, man. A few Christmases ago, like 6 years ago, we set up the Sega Genesis at home. And my uncle's like never played a video game in his life. We gave him the Sega controller on Road Rash and I was like, here you go. He had a good time with it. I mean, the baseball bat was meta. Unk has an unk? Yeah, that's funny. Have you gotten your view number back to normal? No. Normal was 250 to 300. We're maxing out here at like 130 today, which is fine, but it's not where it was. Yeah, being an uncle doesn't make you old, though. Jake, I feel like I'm missing a joke there with Shinobi. I don't know it. Softy, what up? Haven't seen you around lately. How you doing? Okay, so I would watch here on ES to see if we can hold this zone here now, like right where we're at, down to this relative low. If we can hold this, and ES can hold this trend line here, maybe we get a pop. You know, we give that up on ES, then I'd like to see 26K on NASDAQ. The VIX is putting in new highs. I haven't really looked at the heat map much today. What we got going on here? Bubble City. I think the downside looks a little bit more probable here. If you had 150K funded with Top Step, what would be your first goal to get a payout? What do you mean? My goal is just to take good trades, really. As simple as that sounds. Just to kind of lock in and trade like just trade as best as I can, you know? Try not to overtrade. Take what the market will give you. You know that you just need to put in, your 5 days of $200 or whatever, and hopefully you'll have a bigger balance than just $1,000, at that point. But because personally, I wouldn't want to take a payout at $1,000 just because your drawdown is going to get brought up and you're going to lose a ton of drawdowns. So with a 150K account, I do want to make ideally 3,000 plus before I take a payout. So that did hold here. Again, I just don't really love this. Let's just see if we can keep this lower highs being put in on ES. I do think then the flush to the downside would be, again, like I said, more probable, but obviously I would like to see ES give up this this level here. Dan, my goal is to have every rage bait posted on the internet taxable, scaled by net worth. Oh, interesting. Society could heal from that. Hear me out. Look, I think if people are going into streams and trying to elicit a reaction out of the streamer, a negative reaction, gotta look in the mirror and think about what you're doing with your life and why you're such a miserable person. See if you can change that, and then you won't feel the need to be a little negative asshole, and that'll probably bleed over to the rest of your life. All right. See if we can put in that lower high here on ES. NASDAQ is moving a little bit higher here. Think of all the revenue we can get on X though. I know, dude. I hate that. Like, I think social media gets ruined when they start paying people for like engagement and stuff. It's completely trash. Like, I went on Threads and like people would post the same engagement bait thing like verbatim as someone, like I saw 2 back to back on my feed. I'm like, just stop it. You're not providing anything to anybody. It's just ugh. Depends on what you're negative about. For example, don't get me started on bad Starbucks. This portion of the stream is called Life Lessons with Dan. Well, you know, Unc has been around the block a few times, so. UncleDan'sTrendLikeCourse.com. UncleDan'sTrendLikeCourse.com. I think reaction videos are the worst thing on the internet. Yeah, it's... Man, I saw it was... in the finance space, it was something like Graham Stephan reacting to Meet Kevin's reaction of Graham Stephan's house tour or something. You're like, dude, this is such a circle jerk. Just a reaction circle jerk. It's just like low-hanging garbage content fruit. Rotten fruit. It's just so fucking stupid. And then they have to, you have to play up your reaction because that's what the whole video is. You gotta get, they're all being fake as hell. Like, that's why I just don't really like that. You have to put on a fake reaction personality, and it's just so disingenuous. Kind of like reality TV, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then Kevin reacted to Graham Stephan. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, dude, why don't you fucking get your head out of your ass for 2 seconds? Did you say meet Kevin? Steak from Jake Farm has been summoned to chat. How long ago was that trade, man? That was like forever ago, feels like. First trade was, 13 minutes in or so? Then 16. So that first trade I had, I could have just, my stop loss was good. I cut that one short. Killed it early, I believe. But I could have just held in that first trade. But then I reloaded with 2, so I think it ended up benefiting me. Probably. I could do the math. I won't. Good, but I won't. Yeah, how many sticks have you had so far? Yeah, that guy's a vegetarian. He's freaking cosplaying as a meat lover on here. Probably go off the lows here. Yeah. Yeah, most of Indian food is vegetarian, isn't it? I mean, a lot of it. Parshab, you should watch that episode from The Office. It's really funny. That Diwali episode I sent you that clip from is so friggin' funny, man. I mean, it's funnier if you know the characters, but like, there's this character, there's like a buffet at the Diwali celebration, and character's vegetarian, and she's like, I'm vegetarian. And she just is really judgmental about the other culture. And they're like, it's all vegetarian. And she's like, I'll just have bread or something. Yeah, that stuff's funny. You probably get a kick out of it. I have not seen the In-Betweeners yet. No. A lot of people recommend that one. I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah. I've seen maybe clips or a trailer or something. Say the Mike Tomlin of futures trading. Oh man, I don't even know what to make of that, man. It's like, I love Tomlin, but also like, he drives me nuts sometimes, dude. Like, he's like too loyal to his coaches. Like, our defensive coordinator is a fucking joke. And it's like Tomlin has all the like the hiring and firing capabilities, and he doesn't do anything. Who's your favorite Doctor in Doctor Who? I've never seen Doctor Who. David Tennant. Who's my favorite doctor on Dr. Seuss? Still the right answer? Okay, good. I was watching like Broadchurch one time, and I was like, read that was like the guy who's playing Doctor Who, and I was like, oh, the guy from Broadchurch. That's what I know him from. The thing is, though, he's never had a losing season. I mean, it's just like mediocrity, though. Like, I mean, or slightly above mediocrity. And Steelers fans, we kind of expect like greatness, not just like getting to the wild card and getting knocked out, which is just what happened. We haven't won a playoff game in forever. And so it's just like the Steelers fan base is just kind of like pessimistic about like, oh, we'll go like 10-6 or whatever. 10 and is there 16 games still? Or 17? 10-7, you know, or whatever. Just above 500. We'll get to the wild card and lose. You know, it's just like kind of like the same thing every year, it feels like. So I think they're just a little tired. I mean, at least we're not like, you know, you look at some other teams, you see like, man, their lows are really low. And if you're a Steelers fan, the low is like just like mediocrity kind of. But the problem is like a lot of times they get your hopes up enough to be optimistic, and then they let you down, which seems worse. Hot Lemons, catch you later. Really isn't much happening right now. I guess let's measure the NASDAQ range too. Gotta be close to halfway. Oh yeah, to a T. That's that little line I drew. The ABC line was already the 50% line. To the T. That happens all the freaking time. That's why I like 50% retracements. It's just a good thing to keep an eye on. I'm gonna ask you a question no one has asked you in this chat. What's your favorite perfume / cologne? We talked about this actually a couple days ago. I go for neutral scent. I don't wear cologne. I honestly, people don't know how to wear cologne correctly. Like I hate when I like walk through outdoors. I walk through a waft of cologne and I don't see anybody around. Like you're using too much. If I don't even know who created that, where that smell came from. I don't know where that smell came from. I don't see any source of it. That's too much, man. Put a little bit on your wrist and move on with your life. Damn. Honestly, I freaking hate it. I don't like a lot of crazy smells like that. I'm not a big fan. Here's the 1OP. Let's look at the 1OP. Ignore the purple line. That's LRSI. Here's SPY. 1OP's been in bearish cycle. It's been pretty benign, as in no real selling yet. So, you know, would like to see a bullish cross around support would be nice. And then I think the long would be more likely to play out. All right, Brian, good luck on the MFFU funded. Congrats on passing. Crazy world, a lot of smells. Jacob, dude, my wife and I say that on a weekly basis. We say that quote. Onk aesthetics. Yeah, choose between cologne and body odor. Where you going? Well, I'll go with cologne, but I mean, everything I have, everything is neutral. Deodorant's neutral, hair shampoo's neutral, body wash is neutral. There's no scent to them. And I think and my laundry detergent's neutral, which, dude, some people's laundry detergent is unhinged. Not to go on another scent rant, but geez, Rachel and I were walking around a park at night. It's like a neighborhood park, right? So, you know, there's houses that back up to the park. And man, someone's detergent was stinking up the entire, like they were doing laundry that, you know, and it was the dryer vents blast out that smell. They were like stinking up literally half of the track we were walking around. Like, dude, imagine creating that smell from your fucking laundry, bro. I don't like all that scented crap. It smells terrible to me. Damn, Dan only uses distilled water. No, I just don't like big smells from people, man. Like even like perfumey smells, I don't like it. It's usually pretty terrible. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but maybe I'm just like doing old man rants. Feels like during COVID, like everyone lost their sense of smell and just like makes up for it by extra spritzes of cologne and, you know, extra scented Tide bullshit. Yeah, cologne's meant to be discovered. That's a good way to say it. Not a wall you crash into. There you go. I don't mind a little like sandalwood. A little sandalwood. I mean, there's a few scents I don't mind, but I don't really like the cologne-y scents. It's because we became socially inept and scent is the only passive personality we have. Literally, okay, another example is we were driving down a street with the windows down. We there were people walking on the sidewalk, I don't know, 10 feet away from when we passed. Their smell got into our car and was just like hovering in our car. I'm like, okay, that's too much. You're drenching yourself in that scent. Just relax. What are you covering up, man? What do you got going on? Got some foot disease? Some fungal stuff you don't want people to know about? Oh. I don't like smelling bedding, dude. I don't want good smelling bedding. Like, what's the smell? You wash your sheets in what, like lavender? Like, what? I don't want any smell infiltrating my nostrils like that. Just neutral. Just a smell of clean cotton is enough. What have we devolved? Is this what the markets have done to us? Just talk about scents for like an hour. Dan complaining about freaking smelly colognes. Get that you're bored, but jeez, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's Parshaw's fault. Someone take 500 points from Parshaw. This is I'm gonna head out of here soon and go to my smelly ass gym. Chart looks like a broke man's accordion. Oh man. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to get green on this before it turned into absolute garbage. If I didn't take that earlier short, I feel it's likely I would have tried to force something else that was a less good setup. I mean, Grizz isn't here to do it, so. There you go. Jacob gets those points. I gave you those points, was it yesterday, 2 days ago? Out of the kindness of my heart. Ever since we started talking about scents, the viewership tanked. And I blame that on you. It hasn't tanked. It's just a joke. Dan giveth, Dan taketh away. All right. We're having a good time. Some of us. Rage bait tax works. That's so funny. Yeah. Parshav, you got taxed for rage baiting me about scents. It wasn't even rage bait. He was asking like a genuine question. Just turned into a... He didn't know. He didn't know I was going to go on a freaking rant against artificial scents or whatever. That's funny though. It's funny. How much you got to make on your take profit trader? 0. I blew it yesterday. Fucking tilted. Got my ass chopped up there at that 25,900 level. Trade Sinker's doing great though. I've been running it today. Worked without a hitch. Dan, you speak German? Not really. Why is that city called Cologne? Any relation to the scent? It's a good question. I bet there's I mean, Griffin's not here, but there's gotta be some Germans in here, right? How about a tilt tax? Tilt tax is a good idea. That is a good idea. That's something I could get behind. Real story channel, you're from Germany. Well, do you know why Cologne is called Cologne? Yes, back to this, we'll call it the green zone of support. I'm not feeling very optimistic about it. Green zone of support. It's a Jesus. Not to be confused with Jesus. It's a Jesus. Green zone of support. Well, you know, looking at the hourly, the 30-minute, it looks somewhat bullish. I don't really want it to be. Here's where we are on the hourly. 30-minute. 30-minute, it's pretty clean. Like, you know, that jab down to this previous and buy, you know, the buy up then. It looks pretty good. 15-minute does look more inclined to get another test lower. And especially now, ES is breaking the green zone of support. Not the green zone of optimism, the green zone of support now. Can it hold below it? And then NASDAQ gives a VWAP and we go to 26K. Oh, is that too good to be true? That's funny, Jacob. I've heard that joke before, but it was more like, what is, enter Christian musician's name here? What is their favorite chord? It's Jesus. Cologne descended from the Roman city Colonia. Well, there you have it. Jake, does that answer your question? Levi, you can't add points to yourself. You need a mod to do it. You gotta chat and earn some points. You gotta contribute to the chat rate here. And also, you gotta hit the thumbs up button, guys. I don't know where we are with thumbs up, but I'm just assuming, since I haven't mentioned it today, that it's abysmal. Pretty low. Pretty low. For the amount of people we've had in here, come on. Just hit the thumbs up button. That's all you gotta do. We're in thumbs up are like 46. Your screen's out of date. The thumbs are up. All right, thanks, Ola. Thumbs up and another giveaway. We're not going to hit 100 thumbs up in the next 5 minutes because I got to get to the gym. And we're not going to do it in time. By the way, Futures Desk, 60% off, 0 setup fee. Code Gorilla on Futures Desk. They're the ones I'm trading. Been trading for the last 12 days on the static account. Really enjoy them. Gym stream, do it. You guys don't want to. You guys are just gonna critique my form. And I guess what? I wear a shirt when I do it too. So. Also, I don't want you guys to see my legs. Even with pants on, I just don't want you to know about my legs. This is a torso up stream. Don't get any crazy ideas. Do you have legs? I'm suspicious now. Exactly. I just want you. I don't want you to know one way or the other. You know, just I'm a man of mystery. Today is thankfully not leg day. I hate leg day. I think we're just doing an upper workout, which, you know, the trainer has them for like a 5-day-a-week program, and we're doing like, let's see, we're doing legs, pull, push, upper, like a lower thing, and then, is that 5? I think that's 5. Anyhow, so it's kind of like a combo one. But yeah, we did leg day last week, and so normally I would do leg day again on Monday, but we're just trying to establish the program first of like everything I'm gonna do, and then I'm just gonna do most of it on my own. So that's the plan with the gym. Yeah, and every day is leg day. Yeah, upper lower too. Yeah, he's like my trainer's like a kind of like a, I don't know if he still is a power lifter, but he's really into like all that stuff, which I guess is good if you're a trainer to be into all that. So how much are you paying for the coach? $500 every 10 minutes. What was it? Quick. Tell me what. Just hurry up. Tell me what this is, bro. This is costing me. No, it's like I don't know. It's through the gym, so it's like maybe like $100 for an hour, maybe 90, something like that. If you buy like a package of like 10 training sessions, you know, I don't know, $90, $100, something like that. See you at Par Shop. Catch you later. This is hot garbage, guys. I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. Just some real garbage. And I think we're all eager for better price action, but it's probably not going to happen the day before FOMC as we go into lunch hour. If you're red on the day, I think the best advice and advice that I wish I would take for myself sometimes is just to lock in the red day. It's fine. Best loser wins. Lock in the red day. That'd be what I would. That would be what I would want my. Let me start again. That is what I think the best advice is. That is advice that I think I wish I took so many times that I didn't take. Just locking in the red day and coming back. You know, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, whatever. Coming back a day when price action agrees with how you like to trade. This, I don't know how anyone's really able to make money trading this, to be honest. So I'm going to head out, but thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a Wednesday stream. Take care. FOMC day.